Hi everyone, welcome back to Sacred Season Healing. If you're new here, my name is Marjorie and I'm so grateful you joined us today. Here on this channel, my hope is to help you better understand what you may be experiencing emotionally and spiritually, where those patterns may be coming from, and how you can begin moving forward with greater clarity and healing and self-awareness, okay? This weekend, I introduced 4 new tarot reading series that focus on specific areas of life. That is love and relationships, career purpose and abundance, emotional healing and personal growth, and spiritual guidance and life path. So if you're looking for guidance in one of those specific areas, I hope that you'll check those readings out as well. My hope is that these additional readings will allow us to explore those areas of life in even greater depth. Okay, so today we're going to focus on the root chakra. And the root chakra is located at the base of the spine, and it's associated with feelings of safety, security, stability, belonging, and our foundation in life. When this chakra is balanced, we tend to feel grounded, confident, and supported. And when it's blocked or out of balance, we may experience fear, anxiety, financial stress, uncertainty, difficulty trusting ourselves or others, or simply we feel disconnected from our sense of stability. Today we're going to ask Spirit not only to show us what the current blockage may be, but also to help us understand the deeper emotional roots behind that blockage, what lessons may be hidden within it, and how we can begin moving forward with healing and intention. So let's get started. We'll start here with the first question I want to ask Spirit. I'm going to get all of the cards laid out on the table, and then once they're laid out, we'll talk about what the message is. Okay? So Spirit, please show us the current blockage within the root chakra for the collective. Let me shuffle these a couple of times. You might want to take some slow, deep breaths in while I'm shuffling. Invite Spirit into the reading. Ask for the messages to resonate with you if there's anything you need to see. Okay? One more shuffle. Okay. Spirit, please show us the current blockage within the root chakra for the collective. Thank you. Current blockage in the root chakra. Thank you. 6 of Wands. Anything else that you would like to show us today? Current blockage in the root chakra for the collective. Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. Okay. The next thing I'd like to ask Spirit is, how is this blockage showing up in the collective's daily life? Thank you. We have the 2 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, is there anything else? Nope, okay. I think I'm going to lay them up here like this. Okay, the next thing I'd like to ask Spirit, what emotions are lying beneath this blockage, Spirit? What emotions are lying beneath this blockage? What emotions are lying beneath this blockage, Spirit? Emotions are lying beneath this blockage. Okay, I think we'll move on to the next question. Sometimes the answer to one question is actually tied up with the answer to the next question. Oh, the 7 of Wands flipped out right as I was saying that. Okay, so the next question I want to ask Spirit is, what thoughts, beliefs, or fears are keeping this blockage alive? What thoughts, beliefs, or fears are keeping this blockage alive, Spirit? Thank you. What thoughts, beliefs, or fears are keeping this blockage alive within the collective, Spirit? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. The Page of Swords came out. Okay, we'll finish the deck, see if there's anything else Spirit wants to talk about that. Or wants us to know. Nope. Okay. The next thing I'd like to ask Spirit is, what is creating or contributing to this blockage? What is creating or contributing to this blockage, Spirit, please? Thank you. Show us clearly, please, Spirit. Thank you. What is creating or contributing to this blockage? Okay. We'll ask the next question and see if possibly the two. That keeps happening to us today, doesn't it? Spirit's like, nope, you're not moving on. I'm not done yet. The Two of Cups popped out, okay, for what might be creating or contributing to the blockage. So let's ask Spirit, where did this pattern begin? Where did this pattern begin? Where did this pattern begin, Spirit? Thank you. Please show us where this pattern began. Okay. I think Spirit wants me to shuffle that way today. The Knight of Wands came out of where this pattern began. The next question we'll ask Spirit is, what lesson has not yet been fully understood? Spirit, show us what lesson has not yet fully been understood. What lesson has not yet been fully understood? Spirit, please show us clearly. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. What truth does the collective most need to recognize in order to move forward, Spirit? The Five of Swords, okay. Anything else? Let's see. What truth does the collective most need to recognize in order to move forward? What truth does the collective most need to recognize in order to move forward? Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Next, I'd like to ask Spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective as they begin healing this root chakra, Spirit? What guidance do you have for the collective as they begin healing this root chakra? Thank you, Spirit. Please show us what guidance you have for the collective as they begin healing this root chakra. Thank you. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. And the last thing I'd like to ask Spirit, how can the collective begin integrating this guidance into their daily lives? How can the collective, whoops, hold on one sec. The wind's starting to pick up, so things are starting to blow around. Okay, the Emperor came out. Okay, so what I'm looking at here, let's see here. Okay, so looking at all these cards together, the message I'm getting is that many of you have, you've actually come much farther in your healing than you may realize. On the surface, it may look like you're trying to decide what direction to take next, or whether you're truly capable of building the life that you want on your own. But some of you may even be questioning whether you'll ever feel secure again after a relationship or situation that left you feeling uncertain. But I don't think the real blockage is a lack of ability. I think it's that your confidence hasn't quite caught up to the person you've become. Spirit is showing me that underneath this is someone who has spent a long time protecting themselves. You may have found yourself constantly watching people's actions, or looking for red flags, or trying to avoid getting hurt the way that you were before. That doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been trying to keep yourself emotionally safe. Okay? So for many of you, this seems to stem from a relationship or connection where things felt inconsistent. That's what the Knight of Swords kind of tells me. Maybe someone was hot and cold with you, sending mixed messages, or making you question where you stood. And over time, that kind of inconsistency can make us question our own judgment and leave us feeling like the solid foundation beneath us has shifted. So I think the true Spirit wants you to recognize is that continuing to replay, that's what the Five of Swords is telling me, continuing to replay those situations or trying to make sense of someone else's behavior, that may be keeping you stuck longer than necessary. You know, sometimes we spend so much energy trying to understand another person's actions that we forget to reconnect with ourselves. So, Spirit's guidance here, I think it's beautiful, because the Three of Cups reminds us that healing doesn't always happen by ourselves. It can happen through reconnecting with friends or family, or even just our, laughing and community, and just generally generally is what I'm trying to say. The things that bring us joy, just genuine joy back into our lives. And finally, with the Emperor, I think Spirit is reminding us that true stability comes from within. You're not being asked to become harder or to build walls around your heart. You're being asked to trust yourself again, to stand firmly in your own wisdom and recognize that your sense of security no longer has to depend on someone else's consistency, right? You can become the stable foundation you've been searching for all along. So now I'd like to share a few healing tools that you can work with throughout the week if they resonate with you. We'll begin with some affirmations, then I'll share a few ways you can move your body to help support your root chakra. I'll follow that by mentioning some essential oils and crystals that you may enjoy working with. Okay, so if you need to pause the video to grab a pen and paper, write the affirmations down, you can do that now. So the first affirmation: I am safe, secure, and supported. I trust myself in the path unfolding before me. My foundation is strong and steady. I release fear and welcome stability into my life. I am worthy of healthy, consistent relationships. I create my own sense of security. I have everything I need within me to move forward. Okay, so ways you can move your body: walking in nature, especially barefoot if it's safe to do so, of course. Strength training or body weight exercises. Some people like to do that. You could do squats and lunges to activate the legs and hips. You could do gentle yoga poses such as mountain pose, warrior one, garland pose, and child's pose. You could do slow, mindful breathing while focusing on your connection to the ground. Okay, let's move into some essential oils now. You could try cedarwood, vetiver, Vetiver, patchouli, Patchouli, sandalwood, or frankincense, okay? And crystals you might want to work with, red jasper, black tourmaline, hematite, smoky quartz, and garnet. Okay, so in closing, I would like to thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I truly hope this message brought you clarity, encouragement, and a reminder that healing is a journey, and every step you take matters, okay? So if this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please consider liking this video and subscribing to Sacred Season Healing so you don't miss any future readings, okay? Until next time, be gentle with yourself, trust your inner wisdom, and remember that every season of healing is leading you closer to the life that you are meant to live. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you. Bye.